Hello student and welcome to our next video. Today we will see large numbers which are used in practice. In earlier classes we have learned that we use centimeter as a unit of length. We use centimeter to measure the things like the length of the pencil, length of our book, length of a compass, length of our lunch box, etc. For measuring the length of a pencil, the width of a book or notebooks, etc., we use centimeters. Our ruler has marks on each centimeter. See here, I have one ruler which is used to measure small things. In your compass box, you can find this ruler. Here, there are markings. I will show you. See, if you see carefully, it is written 1, 2, 3 and so on. Numbers are there till 15. 15 is the last centimeter. So, this scale is 15 centimeter long and which is used to measure small things. If anything measures from 0 to 3, we say that its length is 3 centimeter long. This scale has the marking. See here, it is written centimeter. The ruler starts from 0. Here I complete a 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter and so on. Can you see the big lines? They are lines of centimeters. Now, if you see some small lines between 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, there are some markings of small lines between these two numbers, which is the line we use to measure the things in millimeter. Now, for measuring the thickness of a pencil, however, we find centimeters too big. We use millimeters, that is mm, to show the thickness of a pencil, which means to measure the things which are really very small or tiny. We use millimeter as the unit. 10 millimeters is equal to 1 centimeter. To measure the length of the classroom or the class school building, we shall find centimeters too small. We use meters for the purpose. See, if we measure the length of our class using the ruler, we cannot measure it very fast. We find it is very difficult. Again, if we want to measure the length of our school, then again we can't measure it. We can measure it with the ruler, but it is very lengthy process. So we don't use centimeter for it. We use meter as the unit to measure the length of big objects. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter, which is also equal to 1000 millimeters. Even meters is too small. But sometimes even meter is too small. When we have to state distances between cities, say Delhi and Mumbai or Chennai and Kolkata, for this we need kilometers. We need big units to measure the distance between any two cities, where 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. How many millimeters makes 1 kilometer? Find out. Since 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter, 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So we multiply 1000 into 1000 millimeter, which gives 10 lakh millimeter. We go to the market to buy rice or wheat. We buy it in kilograms, but items like ginger or chilies, which we do not need in large quantities, we buy in grams. We know 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams. Have you noticed the weight of the medicine tablets given to the sick, it is very small. It is in milligrams. So 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligrams. What is the capacity of a bucket for holding water? It is usually 20 liter. The bucket we normally use for bathing. Capacity is given in liters, but sometimes we need a smaller unit, the milliliter. A bottle of hair oil, a cleaning liquid, or a soft drink have labels which give the quantity of liquids inside in milliliters. Here I have one bottle of medicine. If you see very closely, it is written 100 ml. It is written 100 ml in it, on it. Can you see this? 100 ml. So the medicines or other things which we have to take in very small quantities are measured in milliliter. Can you see the cap over here? This cap has marking of some millimeter. The first one is 2.5 milliliter. The next line is 5 milliliter, and the whole, if I fill it fully, it has 10 milliliter capacity. We use this type of caps for the medicine. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. Note that in all these units we have some words common like kilo, milli and centi. You should remember that among these kilo is the greatest and milli is the smallest. Kilo shows 1000 times greater, milli shows 1000 times smaller. That is 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram, 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligram. Similarly, centi shows 100 times smaller, that is 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. I know you will get very confused how to remember these. 1 meter is equal to how many centimeter, 1 kilogram is equal to how many gram. So watch my next video where I have explained how to convert from kilogram to milligram and from milligram to kilogram. Watch in my video. So all try this in your notebook. Okay, let's see the next part 1.3.1 Estimation. News. India drew with Pakistan in a hockey match watched by 51,000 spectators in the stadium and 40 million television viewers worldwide. Approximately 2,000 people were killed and more than 50,000 injured in a cyclonic storm in coastal areas of India and Bangladesh. Over 13 million passengers are carried over 63,000 kilometers route of railway track every day. Can we say that there were exactly as many people as the numbers quoted in these news items? For example, in news number 1, were there exactly 51,000 spectators in the stadium? Or did exactly 40 million viewers watch the match on television? Obviously not. The word approximately, remember this word, itself shows that the number of people were near about these numbers. Not exactly, they were near about these numbers. Clearly 51,000 could be 50,800 or 51,300, but not 70,000. Similarly, 40 million implies such more than 39 million, but quite less than 41 million, but certainly not 50 million. The number gives us exactly the rough idea about the figure, not the exact figure. The quantities given in the examples above are not exact counts, but are estimates to give an idea of the quantity. Discuss what each of these can suggest. Where do we approximate? Imagine a big celebration at your home. The first thing you do is to find out roughly how many guests may visit you. Can you get an idea of the exact number of visitors? It is practically impossible. The finance minister of the country presents a budget annually. The minister provides for certain amount under the head education. Can the amount be absolutely accurate? It can only be a reasonably good estimate of the expenditure the country needs for education during the year. It gives roughly idea about the figure. Think about the situations where we need to have the exact numbers and compare them with situations where you can do with only an approximately estimated number. Give 3 examples of each of such situations. So, thank you students, and that's all for today. The next part, which is the estimating to the nearest tens, hundred, thousands, I will explain in my next video. Thank you for watching and subscribe my video. Thank you.